Welcome to Christian News TY. I'm Pam Tisdall, and we're excited today to be with our town administrator, Mr. Richard Treem, and William Freeman, who is the administrator over our Main Street project. And I have heard that we've got some really good things going on in the town, Mr. Treem. Can you share with us some of the things that are going on?
We have some very positive things going on in the town of Kingstree, and we appreciate this opportunity of sharing what we're doing and what our initiatives are. I think the main initiative that we are involved in now is our Main Street project. If you come into the town of Kingstree, we have a very beautiful town. If you go into our downtown, you can see what it was at one time. The mayor and council and myself and Mr. Freeman, I think we made a decision somewhere along the way that we needed to do something for our downtown and for the beautiful town of Kingstree. We have a lot of history here, but in some areas we have just let buildings go. I understand some buildings have burned down, some have fallen down, and it's just time. It's a time in the history of our town that the leadership and the people of Kingstree step forward and say, no, we need to start preserving what we have. We need to bring it back to a place that we were. And I do want to, so I know that William's been talking to many people. I've been talking to people. The mayor has been talking to people of Kingstree about the future of the town of Kingstree, and everyone is very positive about what we're doing. I want to mention a few things that we are doing that are going along with our Main Street project. As many might know, the town just purchased the old Marcus building. The Marcus building was built in 1910. It was built as a hotel, and on the first floor there were, I think it was a dry goods store, and it is. I explained to council. I said we can do three things. I said, number one, we can let it fall down, and if we wait just a little while longer, he will do that. I said, number two, it was slated for demolition, or number three, let's get it and preserve it and focus it towards a better future than what was in store. And so the town council unanimously voted to buy the project. I want to say that we talked to an investor this morning that seems to be very eager to get involved with us. There's a lot of hoops you've got to jump through, and he's willing to jump through these hoops to make this happen. And so we can have a place downtown for either a restaurant or a store or something like that. It seems like the motivation, I got to give a lot of credit to William because he's got a lot of energy, and the people that he talks to, because we have been so positive, they're stepping forward and wanting to help us be successful with the Main Street project. I want to talk about our parking lot too. If the parking lot that is downtown is owned by several different businesses. My hat's off to Billy Jenkinson, who is an attorney, and his wonderful staff, because they work very diligently getting a long-term lease for the town of Kingstree. And this, very recently, the town council has voted to turn it into a municipal parking lot. Now we have another piece of property that is contiguous to the parking lot that connects Mill Street and the parking lot that we will be purchasing very shortly. And we have another piece of property down there that an individual is going to donate to the town of Kingstree to expand our parking lot. Parking is very important to us because in the middle of the day we can fill that parking lot up, and we have very few businesses downtown. And so as we grow and we grow our businesses, parking is extremely important to us. As I said, that we are, and there are other pieces of property too that we're looking at that some of it are tied up in the tax with the tax people that we are trying to acquire also, and to all of them downtown, and all of them can be developed into something that they're not. I also want to make the point that as we are energetic about this, the business owners downtown are starting to work on their buildings and starting to hear what we're saying. We're extremely positive. We're going to make this thing happen, and together we can. We also want to say that we're working diligently with the county and the county administration, and they have been very helpful to us, and with certain of the state agencies have been very helpful in what we're trying to do. I also want to mention two things that are important. One of them is important to the Main Street project, and we are going to rehabilitate some of our sewer line down on the other side of the railroad track to help businesses when the sewer lines are not in very good shape over there. And in September, we already have a grant, I think it's a USDA grant, that is going to help us rehabilitate that. And also in the Jennyville area, we have a project that has been approved by CDBG, which is a block grant for people to tie onto our line. We have a 12-inch main going out 527. And we want people to tie onto our line so we can expand our system. And this will help with the revenue cost here in Kingstree, and we'll be in a better position to expand our lines from what we're putting in now.
So you're saying the people in Jennyville will be able to get town water at their homes, and they will be able to hook on to the town system.
This is correct. This is correct.
Well, that's great news for them.
That is. The water out there is not good, and we, the mayor and I, when he first took office, we met with the leadership with Williamsburg County, and they offered us, they asked us if we would do it. And we said, yeah, we can do it. We have a 12-inch water main. We have good water here in the town of Kingstree, and we want to share it.
Oh, great. Well, I know that makes them happy. Sounds like the town's got a lot going on.
We have a lot of initiatives going on, and we're serious about our downtown project. We're serious about these other projects, and we want to see them come to fruition.
Well, it sounds really exciting, really exciting. William, I know that your title is Director of our Main Street project. Can you tell our viewers exactly what the Main Street project consists of?
The Main Street project is an initiative that was taken home from the Municipality Association of South Carolina. A lady by the name of Becky LeGrand is over it. They're responsible for $65 billion being reinvested into small towns all across South Carolina. It's from a bigger initiative called National Main Street South Carolina. They come in with the skills and knowledge of design, promotion, economic development, and organization. And they come in with skills and knowledge and personnel that'll help us rebuild our town into the current economy that is upon us. It's a great program. They're very knowledgeable and successful in their past experiences, and we're trying to make Kingstree the next one on their list.
Wonderful. So how do we go about, is there an application process, or do you, what do you do to be able to hook into this program through the state?
This program is there's an application in the town of Kingstree, and Main Street Committee has been working on it for the past 6 months. I'm glad to say that we submitted our application this morning for review, and we should find out something in January of 2018.
Wonderful. So now can you tell me what the process is about how this application goes about? Did they, there's a committee that chooses, or how? I know that the application is pretty extenuous.
It's a very extenuous application. It took all of 6 months to produce, and they wanted to know everything from the town's past to the town's present to what our hopes are for in the future. There's a 4-person committee, as I understand, that will review our application. Sometime after September 1st, they will come and do a site visit where they will come and visit with our town, our businesses, our citizens, and then they will go back and meet and choose. They usually take 2 applications a year.
Wow, just 2.
Yes, ma'am.
So what's the normal amount that applies for this?
I'm not sure of an average. Last year there was 9 applicants and 2 chosen.
Wow, so they're pretty picky on who they choose.
And that's why they're so successful. They go through the application. It's very, like you said, it's very in-depth. And they go through and they pick the people that are committed. And that's what they're looking for, is a town that's committed to the change and sees the need for the change. That's how they make their decision.
Right. Well, Mr. Treem made the statement that everyone in town, including the businesses, really had a momentum going. So do you think that the town of Kingstree and its people are ready for this project? Do you think they will be committed to see it into fruition?
I don't think I know. Between me talking to everybody and the work that the mayor and the town administration has done, there's not a person out there that doesn't see the need for it. There's not a business out there that doesn't see the power of what can happen when we all come together and see that there's a need for growth. And it's only going to better everybody. And the town of Kingstree has done an outstanding job in making themselves be the future, and they've taken back and they've taken the time to look and be a key person, a key thing involved for these businesses to make sure that they succeed.
Wonderful. Well, I think the purchasing of the old Marcus building is a great start in getting started with our Main Street and revitalization. And I think that as a citizen of the town, we all want to see our town revitalized. We all want to see it grow and become great again.
Absolutely.
So we're really looking forward to seeing how things go, and we'll have to come back with an update. I know that we have a big event on July the 28th. William, you want to?
Yes, we do. The town of Kingstree is going to start taking an initiative into providing family fun activities to start bringing our citizens back into our downtown. So between the Main Street Committee, our mayor, and our administrator, Mr. Treem, we have decided to put on a dance. It's called Kingstree Live at the Depot. It's going to be at the Depot at 134 West Main Street. We're going to have live music from the band Punch. We're going to have a bunch of community fun, inflatables for children, free snow cones for everybody that comes out, all you can eat. Just bring your own chair, bring your own cooler. It's just a fun time for our citizens to come and explore our downtown and come together and have a good time.
What about food?
There'll be a couple food trucks there with a little bit different variety than what our town currently offers in restaurants. So that'll be fun. It's going to be from 6 to 10 on July 28th.
Great. That sounds wonderful. We'll all look forward to that. I think at one time the town of Kingstree had a street dance, is what we called it back then, on a regular basis. So is it something similar to that?
It's very similar, especially in concept. Back then the concept was to bring our community together, and that's what we're trying to do.
Great. Well, wonderful. Well, it's so good to have both of you with us today, and we certainly thank you for your time and your knowledge and what you're doing for our town. And sounds like we've got some great things going on and a lot of hard work. I know that it takes a lot of people to really do and move this town forward. So we just really appreciate that as well, and appreciate both of you and what you're doing. So thank you for joining us today. And again, this is Pam Tisdale with Christian TY. We would love for you to share this with your family and friends so they can stay up to speed on what's going on in our town. Thank you very much.